Welcome back to Bakes with Edwin. I am Edwin Michael, and today we are going to be creating a gluten-free dessert. I got charged with at work to create a cookie, and doing much research and trying out other recipes that are out there, it is not easy to come up with a cookie to be proud of that actually looks like a cookie without creating some sort of meringue or a macaroon. And well, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do a flourless cookie, and I feel like I finally got one down that I am truly proud of. Kind of just mixing up a few different recipes that I found online and tweaking them just to make the taste just right and make it an unforgettable thing. So we are going to be doing a triple chocolate peanut butter cookie. So if you have a nut allergy, I do apologize ahead of time, but this entire jar of peanut butter is about to go into this bowl here. So you can at least enjoy from a distance. And this is a crunchy peanut butter that we are going to be using. Nothing better than having a little bit of texture in our cookies to make it that much more enjoyable and unforgettable. And surprisingly enough, when I did my conversion, because I'm gonna have to make this in bulk at work, so this one's just a recipe times 4, so it came out to being 1 pound, 12 ounces of peanut butter, which is exactly what I was able to buy at the store. Saves me the hassle of scaling out peanut butter. Alright, this is an all-in-one method, with the exception of 2 of my ingredients here. I got melted dark chocolate. You want to use the bar chocolate or the curvature chocolate. Do not use our chocolate chips. Those will be actually added as well, but that is going to be something completely different because they're going to remain in chip form. So what we're going to be doing is we have our peanut butter in. We're also going to be adding in our eggs, our sugar, cocoa powder, so chocolate number 1. Gotta have some sort of rising agent, so there's our baking soda. And then I have a few seasonings. This is cinnamon and ginger. If you want to go for a little spicy Mexican style, you can also add some cayenne pepper to it as well. And then we have coffee and vanilla. Coffee really helps bring out the chocolate flavor. You can also use instant coffee, you can use espresso. If just word of warning, if you use instant coffee, make sure that you add some water, hot water, to dissolve the granules. Otherwise, you could have a little bit of a grainy texture to your cookie. So everything's in except my melted chocolate and my chocolate chips. We're just going to turn that on, number 1. Because you definitely don't want to be covered in this chocolate cocoa powder. And then don't forget you always want to scrape down your bowl because you'll always have some of the ingredients stuck to the side. As you can see, it's a nice chocolatey mixture with specks of peanuts in it. If you don't like to have peanuts in it, you can just use regular plain peanut butter. You can use almond butter too if you really want. Now we're going to add in our melted chocolate. Once again, with this small little spatula. That up for a little bit. Pour in our chocolate chips. Now we are ready for panning and placing in the oven. You want to make sure your oven is preheated to 335. If you're going to make smaller cookies, you could heat it up a little more and it'll cook a little faster. I just like to make a little larger of cookies to get a nice good cookie size. If you do a regular smaller cookie, I would recommend doing 350. Because remember, the longer you have it in the oven, the drier it's going to get. But alright, so we're going to pan this up, throw it in the oven, and we'll see what we get. Alright, so we just got our cookies out of the oven. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take some powdered sugar and we're going to sprinkle it on top of our cookies. You just want a nice little sprinkling on it, just enough that you can actually see that you sprinkled some. It is going to melt just because of how hot it is, but we've all taken a bite out of something covered in either cocoa powder or powdered sugar and ended up inhaling it and choking on it in the middle of a restaurant, and kind of embarrassing there. So you sprinkle it on while it's still hot. It actually starts to melt a little and it actually clings to the cookie a whole lot better, so you don't have that wonderful mishap. If you notice that one doesn't show up any of the powdered sugar anymore, just re-sprinkle it on. Those people that love really sweet things will definitely enjoy this cookie, especially since it'll help with the bitterness of the chocolate. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this cool down for a few more minutes. We're going to transfer it to a cooling rack afterwards, and that'll be that. Alright, there we have it. We have our triple chocolate peanut butter cookies, and as you can see, they are great looking. You can see the powdered sugar on it. You break it open, it's nice and soft, it has a great crumb texture. You can see the peanuts in it. So this is a great cookie to have for anybody who has a gluten intolerance. Unless you bake completely 100% without flour, I would never recommend it for any of our celiac friends, since we can't actually guarantee that flour does not contaminate our ingredients or our kitchens. But it is a gluten-friendly dessert that tastes great. So I hope you enjoyed this episode with Bakes with Edwin. I'm Edwin Michael. Feel free to always leave comments down below or give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. We will see you next time.